what's the address?
Pacific Power has it listed as 565 North 7th Street.
North 7th.
You know, and I guess that's, yeah,
We just need to have the
Okay.
address so that we
Yeah,
can
I mean,
send a
it's-
notice of decision.
12611.
And if it's just
tax
inside
lot
there,
500,
we're
yeah.
just gonna go bouncing around.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I've got 105 pages of testimony written here I'd like to submit. And that, if it's okay, if I can submit that for both the public hearings so that I'm not getting excess paper. If you'd like to, I've got another copy.
That should,
Okay.
we'll make note of the record that goes to both records, Kevin.
Both records, meaning,
You have another
Other
record
than
after that, after this?
So 241, 242. So, in addition to my lawyer, or the LLC's lawyer, Mr. Farthing's public testimony, I have some additionals. And there's no, number one, no provisions for delisting. So if the butterfly and habitat or whatever comes back enough, you know, what happens then? So there's no real eventuality that's been spelled out. I don't see clearly for like my situation, clear mitigation provisions. So if say a party went out and bought, you know, 15 acres and they planted all sorts of habitat on there, how would they be able to build out? And maybe that's something that's in the U.S. Fish and Wildlife part of it. I don't know, but it's not, I didn't see it clearly spelled out there. The July 31st, 2009 ORS 215.110 item 6. It's in the there's a violation of that, which is retroactive ordinance, and I know my lawyer brought that up, but you know, my property also had a tentative land partition done in 2008, and so that's sort of what I would say a contractual agreement to go through that process, and then this date of July 31st, 2009 has been put in there, and it's in violation of that Oregon statute. The coordination with the city, county, and my lawyer brought that up. Measure 56 is an issue potentially. The UGB should be a line of delineation for the HCP, not the city limit, and that's been brought up by Greg. Equal protection, you know, I don't know how that one ends up. That's getting into constitutional issues, but I brought that up before, both in the planning and the implementation stages of the HCP. You know, I was at the Planning Commission on the 18th of this last month, and at least two of the commissioners brought up the point of the HCP and these implementing ordinances, 241 and 242, are increasing the county risk. And, you know, they asked Greg why, if that's the case, that the county is doing this and spending money to increase risk. And when the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service will handle this, and they'll give it a yay or nay for construction. And then it puts enforcement issues on the county, which is costing money also. My property was zoned, city zoning R1 in 1984 per LD 84-20, and it's been, you know, changed. It was changed to PR1 in the early 90s, and then 92 or 3 it was changed to UR5, and I was never notified. And I had to get it rezoned in 2007 by correction of errors. So my city zoning was R1, and it should be city zoning, and I brought that point up in the planning and implementation stages of the HCP, and the county didn't really give me much response on that. Steve Smith of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service said that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife is also working towards a situation where they would provide mitigation, and they were, were trying to do that. So what would be provisions of the HCP that would take that into account? So, and then in the 105 pages that I've presented as written testimony, I've also included my, our LLC's counsel, his letters of July 11th of this year, of October 14th of this year, and of October 31st of this year. And I think those bring some issues forth that are, land use issues that I'm not as on top of as our lawyer is.